Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening, guys.
Good
Okay, 1 second. I think in last session, what we started, anyone have idea about that one? So we started the API architecture, right? Can
Yes.
anyone tell me what is API architecture?
Reusing of API, making API
Yeah,
reusable.
yes, that's it. So what is the system API can do? The system APIs
Deals with database, data source.
not deals with, it always responsible to pick the data from the data sources.
Data
What
source.
about this process API?
Business
They
logic.
can
Our business logic will be written inside of the process API. What is this business APIs?
Representation of it.
That's one. The final presentation, how we can represent the data and write. So in some cases, so maybe you will written your business logic either inside of the business API or the process API. Just remember, it's up to you. So okay. And what is this one? 1 second. Yeah. Business APIs. Just these are all other ways. So some other API name in this we cannot experience API. Sometimes we can call it as. Just remember. Okay. And first. Mm, 1 second. The REST API for testing. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So what is the intention of this website is, so you are creating some API, right? What is your intention? You need to reuse those APIs inside of your Mule application. So this is the one of the website. They're providing some free REST-based APIs. So to work on, right? So let us assume same way they are creating some API, whatever API you are seeing, you can see the APIs are there. So we want to consume whatever the data generated by these REST APIs inside of your Mule application for the testing. Okay. First, we will run this API. Let's see. For example, you can see. So this is the what is the REST? What is the website? GoRest.co.in. Now you can see I'm clicking on this API. Let's see what happened. You can see this is your REST API call. Whenever I'm hitting this API, it is automatically giving the all the information regarding of your users. Right. So this is the intention of this API. Okay. For example, how you can test your APIs by using which tool?
Postman.
Right, then we can click on the Postman. Okay, now I'm using this the one. Click, I'm taking the new one. Then you can see the same REST-based API call I am placing here. Here I am using the protocol HTTP. And what is my domain name? GoRest.go.in. What is your base path? Public/v2. And what is your endpoint? Users. And what is your HTTP method? Get. Then we can hit it. Now you can see it is automatically giving the response in the form of JSON, and it is giving the all the users information. Okay, but where this data is coming from your local machine, or this data is coming from this gorest.go.in?
GoRest.co.in.
So that means already existing API is there. You are using that existing API, right? So now what is my intention is we want to call this entire API inside of your Mule application. Okay, so first we will copy this entire application. Let's inspect it. So this we can call it as, okay, this is my URL. Now you can see I'm dividing this one. You can see what is this HTTP? What is this HTTP? Protocol. Then what is this GoRest.go.in?
Base path.
No. This the one.
That's
Domain.
This
server.
is your domain name, right?
Domain.
Next one. So what is this one? This entire thing.
Base
What is this entire thing? Base path. And what is this last one?
endpoint.
That means it clearly indicates it is a REST call. Okay, why I'm dividing this all the things, you just know it. Okay, now I want to create one new application. I'm closing this application. Where is the close project? I'm going to create a new one. So technically this we can call it as a consuming. So consuming REST API. I'm giving the example name like this one. Okay, that. What is our source for the every project? I am my source is the HTTP listener. I am placing here. Okay. So for example, this day onwards, we are going to implement everything as per the project real time. So where we can set all your property files,
Inside prop.
right? So
Global.
is there any property file is available here?
No.
So then we need to create a property file where we can create a property file.
Resource.
SRT
Resources.
main resources, you can simply give the right click, then we can create one file. So this example, I am giving the dev.ml. Okay. So inside of dev.ml, we need to give the configuration settings for your HTTP listener. So which namespath I am using? HTTP, then colon, then what we need to do? We need to write directly or we need to press something.
Value.
So we need to
Space.
give the
Space.
indentation, then we can give the one tab. So what is the port number? So my port number is giving the space and I am giving the 8081 is my default port number. Then what is the next one is we need to provide the base path. So what is my base path I am giving /API/v1. Okay. So these are the settings for the my HTTP listener. Then click on save. Then come back here how we can inform. So you need to read the data from this dev.ml file. So which configuration we need to add it.
Global element.
Then go to global elements. Which one we need to add here?
Configurations.
Create. So you can simply search for the configuration properties. You can simply select it. Click on OK. Here I am directly providing here this time dev.ml. Okay. Then come back here. Okay. So here we need to create one more configuration settings from HTTP listener. Click on place. So here instead of placing 8081, here we need to read the data from my property file. By using which one we can able to use it? What is that symbol? We can call it a placeholder. The
Placeholder.
HTTP dot port, and here we need to provide your base path. Okay. So what is your base path? HTTP dot base path. Okay. Then click on OK. So that's it. So I'm giving my endpoint as a test. Okay. That's it. So this is the one. This completed. Then as usually I'm placing the logger component here.
Consuming
Okay.
API start.
So what is this one? The testing API is starting something. Testing API flow
Forest.
something. Some more normal message. After this one, what is your requirement? Whatever the API is there, this API we need to consume it, right? So that means we need to call it. That means we need to send a request to this entire thing, right? Then what is the connector name? We need to use it. You can see again, you can go to the HTTP. There is one more connector is there. What is this one?
Request.
So by using HTTP request only, we can able to call already existing APIs. Just remember, okay? Then click on HTTP request here. Okay, now you can see. So the same settings it is applicable to whatever the postman. You can see method is there, path is there, everything is there, right? So just remember. So again here, what the configuration it is asking? This is the one most important one. You can see there is a click button is there, plus button. Now you can see these are the configuration for the
REST request. HTTP request.
HTTP request. You can see which protocol I am using, HTTP, and what is your host. Host here nothing but your domain name. So what is the domain name for this one? So this is the domain, right? Yes, then you can simply copy this one and I'm placing here. And if you know the port number, then you can give, otherwise you can leave it as an empty. Okay. Then what is your base path? What is your base path? This entire thing is your base path, right? I'm just copying it. Now I'm placing here. That's it. Is there any other thing? There is nothing is there. Then click on OK. Okay. Now as of you can see, it is automatically creating the end path. You can see http://gores.go.in/public/v2. So up to base path it is coming. What is the remaining thing? It is balance. We need to provide the your endpoint. So this we can call it as a path. So what is this one? /users. Where we need to give it. You can see there is a path is there. Then you can simply place it. Okay, that's it. So we can simply save it. Whatever after calling of this request component, definitely it is generating output, right? So what I am going to do is I am placing the transformation and displaying everything here. So by default, it is coming as a JSON. If it is not coming, then I'm converting into the JSON. 1 second, JSON. Here I'm placing the word, the payload. Okay, let's save the program. Let's try to execute it. So by using my HTTP requester, I'm simply calling the already existing REST API. So that's it. Let's check it whether it is fetching the data from that resource or not. Wait for it. Okay, it's deployed. Then you can see which one we need to hit it. So we need to hit your
Yes, sir.
created, right? Then you can see this is the one, and this is your endpoint test. Now go to your postman, and this is the go rest one. Then I'm taking this one, HTTP ::, localhost. What is your port number? 8081. Then base path is API/v1.
/test.
What is the endpoint? Test.
Test.
Let's test it. Now you can see this is the data. This is the data is not coming from inside of your local machine. Maybe this is data is coming from your HTTP requester, right?
Yes.
So this is the way we can able to consume we can able to call the already existing APIs inside of your Mule application. Got it, guys? So what is the difference here? So we need to provide all the request configuration here, just like this one. So what is the protocol we are using? What is the port number and everything we need to hear. But you can see what is the problem here. You can see these are the hard coded one, or these are the values from the property file.
Hardcode.
So generally we are following the hard coded manner, or we need to create everything from property file.
Properties.
Then you can see, so we need to go to your dev.ml. Then here we need to create the property file. So these are the settings for the HTTP or HTTP requester.
Request.
Either maybe
HTTP request.
HTTP dot request dot, maybe you can follow that path. Just remember, okay? Otherwise, you can directly call the HTTP requester, HTTP. You can use it like this one. HTTP request. Request. Okay, then click on enter, then click on here. So what is the fun for this one? What is the one? Host. What is the host name?
GoRest.co.
Then we need to copy this entire thing here. GoRest.go.in. So the next one, what is the next property? There is no port is there, then leave it as that one. What is the next one? Host is there. The next one is the base path. So base path here, what is your base path? I think a public /v2 is my base path. Come here, and is there anything
Path.
other?
Path
Host is there, base path is there, then your path. Okay, so what is your path? I think path is the /users. Then we can copy here. Okay, so whatever the properties are there, we need to call this inside of your HTTP requester, right? Then go to here. I'm stopping my project. Then go to here. So go to edit. So instead of base path here, instead of hard coded, we need to write it here. So how we can placeholder? Then what is the namespace? We are HTTP or HTTP requester.
HTTP request dot
UESTR requester dot base path.
Only request is there.
No, I think HTTP requester I am giving.
YAML.
Request.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then here, this we can call it as a host, right? Then click on OK. Let's see. HTTP request. Okay. What we name?
We can make a
giving?
yeah instead of changing.
STOR, right? Yeah. Which one we are giving? Yeah. Okay. Then you can say this. HTTP requester host base path and come here. And at the time of calling this one, so here Here also we need to provide the placeholder. Then what is the one here? HTTP
requester
QUESTOR requester dot path.
TR.
STER.
ER.
Okay. So this is the way generally we need to write any requester components. We are not going to call hard coded manner. So everything must be read from your
properties.
config file only. Just remember. So in the real time, we are 100%. We need to read every component from your property file only. So just remember everything we are following the like this one only. Okay. Then let's hit it one more time whether this data is picking from that configuration file or not. That we can call it as a property file. Let's wait for it. Oh, it's deployed. Then come here. So what is our URL? Then go to the Postman, then hit it. Now you can see it is getting the data from that particular server. So this is the way we can able to consume the other APIs inside of your Mule application. Okay, let's hit it one more API. Let's see what are the other APIs they are following. Now you can see this is the get method, right? Okay, so for example, I want to you can see I'm using one more user. One second. Oh, this the free REST APIs. So there is one more website is there. They're providing the similar kind of thing. I'm showing. One second. Okay, okay. Yes. There is I think we can test this one. Request response is we are right now. We can see this is the website. Now you can see same like one goresh.can. There is one more website is there that is request response.one. So this is also they're providing similar kind of predefined APIs. If you want, we can call it. Okay. For example, I want to use this one. You can see I'm clicking on this one. Now you can see which parameter here I'm passing.
H2.
No,
Query parameter.
parameter, right? Then I'm clicking on this one. For example, first I'm calling this inside of my Postman. Let's check it. Okay, calling this one. So we can send it. Now you can see now this my data is coming from which one? My data is now coming from the my request response dot website, and whatever the query parameter you are passing, depending on that one, that page information only we are passing. Okay. Now I want to call this API inside of your Mule application, right? Got it, guys? My requirement. Then you guys tell me where we need to change it. Here where we need to change it, I need to change any request components or I need to change the configuration properties, right?
Configuration
So, right.
properties.
So go to the host. What is my host name this time? What is my host name? One second. I can where it is.
Yes.
First, always we can copy this one. Go here and you can decompose it. Everything. Then it is very easy, guys. So what is my protocol? My protocol is HTTP. Then so what is your domain name? Domain name is request response.in. Then what is your base path? API/user and sorry. Okay. This is my base path and my endpoint is the /users and I am passing which kind of parameter? Query parameter, its parameter value name. So this is the one we need to configure it. Now you can go and change your configuration file. So this time we need to use the request response.in as your host. One second. Yeah, I'm changing this to okay. What is my base path? /API. Okay, /API. And what is your path? What is your path? Users. That's it. Okay. Here we are not passing any query parameter. That's it. Then come back to here. So here you can see everything. You can see HTTP request or host is there, base path is there, and path variable is there. Then what the remaining is balanced?
Query parameter.
So query parameter. Now you can closely observe it. Here you can able to see one window. So there is a body section is there, a header section is there, query parameters are there, URI parameters are there. So in this example, which one we need to send it?
Query parameter.
Then simply click on query parameter. You can see there is a plus symbol is there. Click on plus symbol. Now it is asking for your query parameter key and value. So what is your key?
Page.
Page and its value is 2. So we need to pass those here. So we can simply click on this one. Then we can page and its value is 2.
2.
Okay. So now you can see click on save. Let's try to execute it. Meanwhile, we can check it if we placing instead of 2 as a 3, whether it is picking the information or not. Yes, it is picking the data. Okay, don't worry. So when we placing the 1, it is also picking the information. Okay, good. Because we need to simulate all these things, right? Now it is going to execute your entire application. Let's wait for it. Okay, it's a deploy. Then go to your postman and what is your, okay, I think this is the one, and here I'm clicking on send. Now you can see it is picking the information of the page 2. For example, here I am passing the value like this one. What is this one? Colon, sorry, page equal to 3. Now you can see I'm clicking on. You can see even though I am placing the page equal to 3, but it is still showing the page 2 values all. Why?
Because we are hard coded over there.
Because we are hard coded the my HTTP query parameter. Then what is my requirement here? Whatever the query parameter page number I am passing as my postman, that value should be here. That value should be passed here. That is my requirement. Got it, guys? Here, what is the problem? So whatever the value here you are placing, that is hard coded one. So here I don't want to pass my hard coded. Whatever the page number I am passing here. So this page number is part of your main API. That page number value should be passed to your existing API call. Got it?
Yes.
So always remember whenever you are doing scenarios like this one. So where your query parameters are available generally. So whatever the query parameters are you are passing, where it is available?
Payload.query parameters.
Headers.
Oh, it is available inside of the what payload?
Headers. That will be head.
No. Where your query parameters are available, guys? Query parameters.
Attributes. Not.
Yeah, you can see. So your data is available inside of the word payload. Your query parameters are the metadata. Where the metadata is available? Attributes. Okay, just remember whenever you are dealing in such kind of situation, you can simply save all the query parameters or all the attributes inside of a one variable, and you can use them wherever you want it. Got it?
Yes.
So how can create a variable? Either you can use the set
variable
variable, otherwise there is
message.
second one is right. So generally we can go for the transformation message. Otherwise you can simply use the set variable also, but always go for the transformation. It is very easy. Okay, then so before the request you can place the transformation here. What is your requirement? You need to create a variable, then click on variable here. So here which one? We need to create a variable, and what is the variable name we want to give it?
Page.
No. I want to save entire attributes.
Attributes.
Then we can give attributes or v attributes, up to you. I'm giving the v attributes. Click on save. Then, so what is the attribute contains? All your
Metadata.
no. All your attributes, right?
Yeah.
Where how we can pass it?
But we are passing it at a time of dynamic.
Yeah. Whatever the attributes you are passing there, I want to save entire attributes inside of that variable. That is my requirement. Now you guys tell me. You are just created a variable. Here you need to pass that entire value. How we can pass it? Yeah.
Then it comes under attributes dot.
Attributes, right?
So just attributes.
So don't think anything, right? Just you can place the word attributes, that entire attribute values will be copied into the V attributes. Got it?
Yes.
Still you are not getting, then we will do one simple thing, then you can understand. So how can create a wait variable? Set variable, right? Then first we will see the simplest manner. So the set variable, here we need to pass the variable name, then we can give the V attributes. The V always indicates the variable. Then
Variable.
here what is your requirement? You need to store only attributes, then you can simply type as a attributes. That's it. Now you can got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but
So
how to decide where to place that set variable? Before request, after request?
just remember where your payload is overridden generally after calling of any particular component, right?
Yeah.
That means it's simple one, whenever as soon as possible when we hitting our logger component, after you can place it, then there is no point of overridden, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, then click on save here. Okay, we can save, always change this display name as the same. Okay, there. So here we can come in here. So what is your requirement? Whatever the variable you are passing there, that variable should be passed here. So by default, it is in the form of key and value pair. You can simply click on it, the fx button. It is automatically converted to your data view expression. Here you guys tell me, instead of placing the hard coded value, we need to pass this value from your main query parameter. So where is your main query parameters?
Variable.
Where it is available inside of the variable. How you can access the data inside of a variable?
Vars dot
Then vars dot
V
v
attributes.
attributes. And what is your query
Dot
parameter name?
query parameters.
So query
Page.
pams. So what is your query parameter name?
Dot page.
That's it. So whatever the page you are passing there, directly I am passing here. Okay, then let's save this program.
So
Yeah,
where do you click to get that view?
sorry.
Expression view. You click.
You can simply click on fx, then it is automatically converted to here. So you can simply you can see here also we can able to write like this one. We can simply click on fx, then it is automatically converted to expression.
Got it.
Okay, then we can save the program. Let's rerun it. Let's check it here. Now it is deployed. Then go to your postman. So previously you can see here I am passing the page equal 3. Previously it is coming only 2. Now you can see whatever the page you are sending, that data only it is coming, right? Now you can see. But here there is one more problem is there. For example, your query parameters are the optionals or the mandatory?
Mandatory.
Optional.
Optional or
Option.
mandatory?
Optional.
Then let's see. Here I am not passing that page equal to 1. Then what happens? You can see what happens.
First page.
Is it true? Is it correct one? Why it is showing the only first page? Why it is showing the only first page? Anyone? Anyone? Let's say, for example, this is the page, right? So I'm not passing any data. Then here you can see. So what is the means? If there is no query parameter is there for this response, it is automatically displaying the first page only. Okay. So it's up to you. So there is a functionality is there. If you pass the query parameter, then we can follow it. Otherwise, if you're not passing any query parameter, maybe we can set some default value. So how we can set the default value? Now you guys tell me. If you are, I think previously we have seen this scenario. So if you're not passing any query parameter, then we need to set some default value. So how we can set that one?
But here we haven't said anything, right?
This is the functionality of your restrict one. They are creating the create like this one. That's why I'm showing. You can see So inside of that one, if you are passing the query parameter, then it is picking the all the page numbers. Otherwise, they're displaying the only first one. So they're creating their API like that one. So in the future, you can understand how we can create the different kinds of APIs like that. Okay. So
Okay.
as of what is my requirement? If you're not passing any page number here, then it should be by default, it should be display second page only. That is my requirement. Then how we can set those default values? Where we can set it?
In
Section
expression.
default to
Where we
Default.
can set it? Either we can set the variable side or here where we can set it.
Here expression.
Right. So here you can set it, right? So how you can set it?
Default.
DEFAULT default.
to
So it is always in the form of string. Then
String.
we can save it. Right now you can see. Save it. Let's rerun it. So why I'm showing this one means sometimes we need to pass some default values. So when it is default is applied, there is no value inside of your query parameter. Maybe it is a null, it is a null string. That in the situation your default value is applied. Okay. So in the real time, sometimes we need to pass your default values. Now you can see. So previously when we hit this one, by default it is displaying the 1, then it should be written 2 only. Now you can see if you are not passing any page number, then it is automatically coming as a 2. For example, I am passing that particular page number, then you can see page equal to 3. So in those situation, that particular page only it is displaying. Now you got it. So this is the
Yes.
way we can, whenever you are passing query parameter, we always just remember. So always you can keep it as some default values. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the way which parameter just now we are passing.
Default.
No. Query parameter we are passing, right? Let's say some other use cases for this request response. Where is this website? I think 1 second, guys.
Yeah.
Hide following control. Then API, I think. Okay, we can go back to here. Now you can see this is the query parameter. Let's see, is there any other? Now you can see. What is this? What kind of parameter it is?
URI
Right now what is my requirement is now I want to simulate this expression. Okay, now first we can hit this inside of your postman. So now you can see when we call this one, it is automatically giving the information regarding the ID number equal to 2. For example, here I am placing ID equal to 3, then you can see it is picking that user information. Okay, now I'm simply copy this entire thing. Again, we can always go like this one. First, we can decompose the whatever the you can see what is my protocol. My protocol is the HTTPS, but it by default it is allowing you HTTP. Then what is your domain name? REST request.in. Then what is your base path? API is my base path. And what is the most important one? This is my end path. And what kind of parameter here I am passing?
URI.
Then so we need to pass your URI parameter, right? First we can pass the hard coded manner. Then we can change them as a what we call it a dynamic. Okay, first you can tell. So now you guys tell me where we need to change that one.
First we have to change HTTP
So
request.
here we need to place any query parameter. Is there any need of passing query parameter?
No.
Then we need to remove this query parameter. Then where we can define your URI parameters?
Next to it.
You can see there is URI parameter session is there. Then you can simply click on URI parameter same. First we can click on URI parameter name. So what is your URI parameter? ID, right? ID I am giving. So in this one, first I am giving the value as a 2, right? Then here the most important, then you are just defining the URI parameter, right? So where we need to call this URI parameter? This URI parameter is the mandatory one, right?
Yeah.
Then tell me where we can call this URI parameter. 90% of the initially we are placing the wrong step here. So where we can call this URI parameter? You are just declaring the URI parameter name as ID. Then what happens? So we need to call this URI parameter, right? Where we can call it?
Request.
Tell me where I can write. Is there any request where we need to call it?
HTTP request.
So where you are defining your URI parameter, Generally,
along with the
so
path.
the path, right? You can simply place the slash, and inside of your curly brackets, you need to define your URI parameter, right? You guys are remembered?
Yes.
So this is the one always remember. Whenever you are calling the URI parameter, you are creating the URI parameter. But you're always, most of the programmers are forget to call that URI parameter inside of the path. Got it? This is the point, always just remember it. Now we can save this one and try to execute it. Let's try it. Yeah, it's a deployed. Then go to Postman. What is your, this is the one, right? So here we need to, first we can call it as a static. Then you can see it is automatically picking the second ID only. Then what is your requirement? Whatever the URI parameter here you are passing, just like this one, that value should be there. That is your requirement. Then you guys tell me how we can pass this value there. Hello. How we can pass that value here? Am I online, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So how we can pass that URI parameter, whatever the inside of your main API, we need to pass here. So how we can pass that here? Previously, your URI parameter is your static, right? So instead
Yeah.
of tagging, we need to make them this as a dynamic, right?
Dynamic.
So where it is available, you are already stored
Attributes
entire, right?
dot
No.
attributes
Yeah.
URI parameters.
Yeah, so you
Values.
already saved entire attributes inside of a one variable. Either you can use that variable, otherwise you can directly call like this one also, attributes dot
URI
URI
parameter.
pams dot that particular ID. What is the URI parameter name you are passing? ID or something, EMP ID something. Okay, but where this EMP ID is there? You are created this EMP ID,
No.
then where we need to create this EMP ID? Go to your HTTP listener. Just now you are created here now. So we need to pass the EMP ID here. Got it? So here you can see this is your main API, right? So inside of
Yeah.
after test, you are passing one URI parameter. First, we need to save this main URI parameter, right? So how we can save this main inside of URI parameter? We need to pass here, right, at the path. So whatever the 2 or 3 that is saved inside of this EMP ID, that value I am passing here. Got it? For the URI parameter, first time it seems to be little bit difficult. Don't worry. First two or three to practice, it is easy. So this employee ID is the URI parameter of your first main API, and that is mapped to your called API. Okay, that's it. Then we can simply save and try to run it.
So it is a part of both our API as well as the calling API.
So that's up to you. So how you can pass it? You, if you want to pass as a separate, you are reading the URI parameter as a part of your main API and you want to pass it, then you can pass like this one. Otherwise, in some separate scenarios there, I will show you. Don't worry. There you can understand. So maybe you are processing some data, whatever the output is coming, that particular ID only I want to get it something. Right. First, we will see the normal scenarios. You can see. The second I am getting here, I am changing the 3. You can see here the thing is whatever the value here I am passing, the same thing I am calling to my REST request dotted. Okay, got it, guys? Hello. Yeah. So for example, let's say, yeah, I am explaining.
Explain one more time, sir.
Yeah. So you can see this is my, what is this one? What kind of variable it is? So what kind of parameter it is? It is a URI parameter.
URI.
We need to pass the value. Then go to here. So here I am saving what I am doing. So whatever the main API is there, inside of main API, there is also a one URI parameter is there. Whatever the URI parameter is there, I am directly mapped here. That is the normal scenario. Now you got it. this is my main API query, URI parameter. That value I am directly mapped here.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, for example, you have done some, so that means what we do before this one. So you are performing some operation like this one, let's say. Okay. Now, what we do, this is my employee. Otherwise, I can give ID, can give
Equals.
SID. Okay. So here you are generating some output and you are setting some SID like this one. Okay. Now, whatever the SID is there, now just assume this is your business logic. Inside of the business logic, they're creating some output SID. Okay. So now what is my requirement is whatever the SID is coming of this payload, that value should be passed as a URI parameter of this HTTP requester. Now got my point?
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, here there are different things are there. Now it is understand. SID is there, the name is there, sample, something like that one. So whatever the SID is there from outcoming of this one, so we need to call that particular resource here. Now you guys tell me how we can map that here. Where is your SID?
Payload.
So
Payload.
after executing of this transformation, what happened? This entire thing is available inside of the what? Payload, right? Then here, instead of placing here, what you require? So go to here. So what instead of placing here, what we do? We need to get the data from your payload. Payload
Dot
dot
STD.
SID.
SID.
So this is the way we can make it them as a dynamically whatever data you want it. Not it is not the mandatory you need to pass the same URI parameter inside of your HTTP requester or inside of the main. That is not. So whatever data you want to pass, you can pass like this one.
Hmm.
Got it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then let's check this one whether it is coming or not. I'm saving this one. I'm trying to run it. Wait for it 2 minutes, and once it deploy. Yeah, it's deployed. Let's wait for it, guys. 1 second. Now go to the Postman, and I think this is the one, right? Here, oh, they're passing. Okay. Now it is 3. Then, for example, I am passing as a 2. Let's check it, what value it is coming. Now you can see even though you are passing the 2, it is coming 3. Why it is coming 3?
Yes, ID is
We
status.
are taking the
Because
STD.
that value is coming from your payload, right?
Yes.
So this is the way we can able to pass your values to HTTP requester, query parameter or URI parameter dynamically. Okay, got it, guys?
Yes. Can you delete that transform message?
Which one? This is the one. Then,
And then
then
set.
it is automatically showing an error. Let's try it.
No, we have to catch that video.
Sorry, we need to
Which
call
one?
catch the
Yeah. Let it be as the previous one. This ID only.
1 second. Okay, so you need to get the data from the URI parameter, right?
Yes.
That is
Yes.
your. Then tell me how we
Attributes.
can get it. So where is your URI parameters? Either inside of attributes are there. So
Actually,
otherwise
attributes.
attributes dot query pam or URI pam.
Sorry, you are.
URI pams dot what is the URI
Yeah.
parameter you are giving? Employee ID. That's
Yeah.
it. Okay. Then done. Save the program. Okay. So as now what we've seen, query parameters we are seeing and URI parameter we are seeing. What is the remaining thing? Headers.
Body.
The
Yes.
body always we can pass the payload. Don't worry. Okay. Whatever the output is coming, whatever the output of previous component, I am passing directly. So there is one important thing is the headers. Okay. First, we will see whether it is re-executed, and you can see it is the 2, then it is coming 2. Okay,
Can
now,
can
yeah,
it is a 1 1?
then, okay, no problem. No, 1,
So it is taking the
yeah,
no. Yeah.
yeah. So this is the way we can got it. Then what is the one? You can see I'm coming here. For example, first we can go for this one. Okay. Now you can see, just read out this message first, then you can understand. Okay, you can see to perform methods like put method, post method, patch and delete method, we need to pass
Access token.
access token as a
Authorization.
Header.
authorization header, that you can observe it. You can see. So where we can use this URI parameter, maybe starting of the course, we are discuss it, right? So wherever we are performing the post operation, put operation, patch or delete operation, we need to use the URI parameters, right? So then moreover, so these are the very these operations are the very important, right? So the what is the meaning of the put always modify the existing one. So everybody don't have the access permission to modify the data. So whenever we need to perform these methods, we need to authenticate ourselves. So how we can general authentication means, generally we need to pass some access token. So in the real time, where we can pass this access token is, we can able to pass this access token at the header part. Okay, first we will see the how we can call this method inside of the postman, then we can discuss this one. So you can see, first we need to pass, we require authorization token. So here what token they are giving?
Bearer token.
Okay, so what is the bearer token? Everything you can see, I'm just creating my token here. Okay, I already have the account, then I'm using my Google account. Otherwise, it is simply registered yourself, then it is automatically getting. So this is my token. Okay, I'm just copy this token and I'm
Postman.
placing here, not the postman. So this is the normal token. Okay, but here you can see they are using the one particular word. Maybe you guys are observed or not. What taken they want to pass?
Bearer.
What token they want to pass it?
Bearer token.
So what is the meaning of the bearer token is nothing but, before starting off your token value, when we place the word the bearer, then it is automatically treated as a bearer token. Okay, it's not a JW token, this is the bearer token. So this is your token. So before token, we need to place the word,
Bearer.
then it is automatically, this entire thing is treated as a
Bearer token.
bearer token. So what is the usage of this bearer token? This bearer token is nothing but the validation purpose we are using. Okay, where we can validate it means, inside of your API call, we are going to validate this one. Okay, then you can see I'm just showing. So which operation I want to perform? For example, I want to create a new user. So creating the new user, always performing the which operation?
Post.
Right? So there is a post is there, then I want to use this post method. Let's see, is there, what is this one? Okay, you can see. So there is a post call is there, create a new user. I want to call this one. Where it is, I think, okay, let me call this one. I think that call is, we are overridden, right? Okay. 1 second, guys. First, I want to call this entire thing, then we can modify it. So where is our endpoint? What is our endpoint? To call public/users. Okay. First we need to get the data. Okay. Then I'm checking this. Okay. So which method?
Post.
Post method, right? Now you can see, just as of now, I'm not passing any data. I require some of the user information. I'm just copying this output. Okay, now you can see I'm not passing any headers. Okay, I'm not passing any bearer token, something like that one, but I'm trying to perform the post operation top of this call. Okay, there is a HTTP, then we can send it. Now you can see what is the error we are getting?
Authentication.
401 unauthorized. Why it is showing this error? Because to usage of this post method, we need to pass one header value. So what is that header value? What is that header value? That header value is authorization, and it is taking value as your bearer token. Got it?
Yes.
Now you can see I'm just passing this header. What is my header name?
Authorization.
Authorization. So where we can pass it? Go to headers, click on here. We need to pass the key. For example, here you can see I'm just passing some random value. Okay, let's check it whether what we get it. Now you can see again I'm getting what we get it.
Unauthorized.
So because we are passing the header as authorization, but this key, whatever the key you are passing, that is not a valid one. Now let's track it. So this is the bearer key, right? I'm just passing it. Copy this one. Here I am passing it. Now we're going to check it this one, what the error we are getting. Now you can see we are successfully able to perform the post operation. But now this time what error we are getting?
Unprocessable entity.
That means it is expecting some particular format to write operation, but you are not performing that kind of write. So now we will see why I'm copying the previous one. Now you can understand. So we need to create like this one. Yeah, this is the simple data. 1 second. The body section, raw, JSON. I'm passing some input. So depending on that one, it is automatically creating it. 1 second. Okay. So what we for the testing, I'm giving the name as a Naresh IT, and the email is Naresh IT at the right hyd.net something, gender equal to female something. Okay, then we can see the same thing. I'm hitting one more time. Now you can see what is the error I'm get. What is the status code I'm getting?
201.
So now you can observe it for the 200 series automatically it is showing the success. But whenever we are performing any new record inserted, then which code we need to give it? 201.
201.
So this is the one of the interview question, guys. Just remember. So 201 new record inserted, 202 record is updated, 203 record is deleted, 204 patch operation. This is the way we need to give the status codes. Now you can see what is the ID we are getting? 4581 everything, right?
Yes.
So for example, I am trying to perform the same operation without authorization. What we get it is definitely it is performing the error. Now the same thing here, I want to same operation. Now I want to perform the mule side. Got it?
Mhm.
So how we can do that one? Tell me. I'm stopping this one. I think. Tell me.
You have to change the request.
Maybe you can take this as a your POC, then you can try to complete this one tomorrow. Otherwise, we will see this one how we can do that one. Everything you can see there is no hard code. It is there. Everything we need to place your bearer token inside of your property file, and whatever the values that means that's it. Only the bearer token you need to pass them as a property file. There only you need to read it. So everything you can just follow the standards, and you just created this one. Got it, guys?
Yes.
So here, for example, you want to change the method. You can see for the HTTP requester here itself, we can able to change the method. Okay. So previously by default, it is pointing the get. If you want to change the post, then here we need to change the post. Got it?
Yes.
So how you can get this bearer token? You can simply register your with your Gmail account. Then it is automatically gives your access token. What is the website? gorest.co.in. Okay. Okay, guys. Yes or no?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So just practice this one. Then it is you guys are understand how we can pass the bearer token and everything. So for the HTTP requester side where we can pass that header, you can see there is a what is there header. Here we need to pass that one. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just try to practice your own. If you are stuck at somewhere or anywhere, then tomorrow we will discuss this one. Okay. At least just practice it. That's all for today, guys. You guys have any doubts, then you can ask.